Get ready to get ready. Coming to you live from the MFG studios in the heart of America's summer golf capital. We help you play better golf. It's time to get your game on and take it deep. This is the Mike Fay Golf Show. Here's your host, Mike Fay.
Well, good evening, everyone, from America's summer golf capital. It is rainy all day and evening here in northern Michigan. My name is Mike Fay. I'm the Director of Player Performance here at the Boyne Golf Academy, and we are so glad you're with us. We have golf's most interactive online show, and we are so glad you're here. We are streamed live right now on YouTube, Periscope, and Facebook, wherever you are. And we are a group of PGA professionals from around the world that help you play better golf. So joining us tonight, PGA Rules official and PGA Master professional Frank Guastella. How you doing, Frank?
I'm doing well. How are you gentlemen doing this evening? Down in our area here, we've had a wet, windy day. Definitely put a little damper on playing some golf, but what can you do? You know, we can't control the weather.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can't control the weather, can you, Frank?
No.
And we have Brent Davis here live from Australia. How are you, my friend?
Good morning / evening, everybody. Coming to you live from Melbourne in Australia. Normally sunny, but rainy day today here today. So I think they're feeling how I'm feeling after the way my football team performed yesterday.
Oh, that's too bad.
To all the Aussies out there, I'm a Carlton supporter, and we're struggling this year, and was pretty ordinary yesterday. So I think it's reflecting my mood. The rain down here today.
A little bit of rain, huh?
Yeah, which is not good, but hopefully it'll get better the next couple of days. It's supposed to get a little bit more sunshine floating around shortly.
Perfect. Well, tonight we are live here talking about the PGA Championship to start, guys. It looked like a runaway, didn't it, for a while? And then all of a sudden at the end, it was like, oh boy, hold on to your hat here, right? What do you think, Brent?
Yeah, a bit more interesting.
Yeah, it got exciting there towards the end. That big lead went in a hurry.
It just shows to me how hard it is to front run in tournaments. I think it's it just shows how good Tiger was at doing that when he was showing that clean set of heels to the people in the chasing pack and kept going forward. But it's tough to have that lead and hold on to it. I think the Shark showed in '96 in the Masters, but it is a certain skill to be able to keep pushing forward when you have that big comfort zone in the lead.
You know, what a tough day to play today, right, Frank?
Yeah, it definitely was. I mean, you could see how the wind impacted the way the game was played there, and you know, if you hit it off the fairways there, you were in some serious trouble. So it was important to try to hit it straight and keep it in the short grass.
Long golf course too, right, Brent?
Oh,
I mean,
tough.
Almost 7,500 yards
and wet and long, and that thick rough out there was certainly a challenge. I think for all players. Yes, the greens possibly a bit more receptive and a little bit easier to attack some flags, but when you're going at it with long clubs, it's certainly a challenge out there.
Yeah, there's no doubt. These guys, you saw it. Most of the leaderboard was filled with players that hit it a long ways, right, Frank?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you look at your first two players was Koepka and Dustin Johnson. So, yeah, you had some very, very long hitters there in your first couple players.
Yeah, it was quite a golf course. One awesome place, though. Really, really cool.
I'm curious what you guys think if he's sleeping on the couch tonight after he snobbed his better half on the way to the tee this morning. That was interesting little social media snippet there.
I did see that, Brent. It was he was focused. Let's put it that way.
Hopefully, bringing home quite a large paycheck and a nice trophy will smooth it over.
Definitely.
No, I think it will. Why wouldn't it? Well, if you guys are fans of what we do here, we are missing one gentleman tonight. Mr. Helman is not with us He is away on holiday, so we miss him. But we will go over our picks first off from last week. Brent, let's remind everyone who you picked here.
I picked the wrong Aussie in the pro stakes. I should have gone for Scotty. He obviously played well there and was pushing up there, but unfortunately Craig struggled a bit out there. But just for a guy like Craig to qualify for that type of event and play is certainly a pretty awesome experience for him. It's certainly an awesome achievement.
Yes, no doubt about that. Frank, you almost got it. Didn't
Almost.
You? It was close,
Almost.
Right?
My boy DJ there, he had 4 rounds in the 60s, and I believe he's the only player that did that. I mean, Kopeka didn't, obviously, but DJ gave it a good run. Now, to me, Ben Cook played pretty good, too, for a club professional. I think he shot 147. I think he was 73, 74, or vice versa. So he represented himself well, and it was nice to see somebody from the state of Michigan playing in the PGA Championship.
Yes, very proud of him. Good job, Ben. That's awesome. But we'll go with my picks here. Let's see here. My pick was
Tiger.
Missed the cut. Yes, missing the cut. That's too bad. And Alex played pretty good too. But yes, missing the cut, which is too bad. And he's not here right now, but we'll remind everyone who picked the winner. So he is leading our match so far. There he is, and also the gentleman he made the cut, right? Rob did. So that's pretty awesome.
It doesn't take any skill to pick a favourite player, though. You can't just jump on the guy that's playing the best at the moment. There's no skill in that. He's supposed to pick someone that's actually coming from outside the main pack. So no, I'm not counting that. He can go jump, Jason.
You can't. He's not here, so Hey.
Hey, Jay was all over it, too, on social media the first day, Brent, after he put that 63 up on the board.
And
yes,
he was. I did see a tweet. He was getting a little bit scared when TJ was coming hard at the end there, so he was getting a bit scared. But no, as I said, it takes no skill to pick the favourite. So doesn't count.
Oh, you guys are.
Say he can come and choose a player that's coming from outside the pack, then I'll accept it. So no.
Okay, so it doesn't count.
Snubbed us today.
It doesn't count.
No, it doesn't count. He snubbed us today. He's gone somewhere else. So no, I'm not counting that one.
You guys, you're too funny. Well, any of you watching this out there, let us know what you thought about the PGA Championship. We want to talk about it here live on our live stream. And those of you that do hear it, because we have a whole bunch of subscribers here, Frank, that do listen on iTunes and Stitcher and things like that, send us a message that you guys like our show and give us a rating and all that good stuff. And thank you so much for subscribing to what we do. It's pretty important that you guys are there for us and trying to put out there what we can with golf and everything going on in the world. It's pretty neat that you're here with us. One subject that we do keep harping on probably for the last month and a half or so is the weather. And Frank, something else this past weekend. Not very good weather.
Mike. It was not a really good week down here either. We had cold weather early in the week, and like I mentioned today, it was we had thunderstorms, we had rain, we had high winds. There was possible tornado watch just north of St. Clair here. So it again, this is just not conducive to the golf industry. Play at the club that I work at has been very, very minimal. We had an outing Friday morning, and it was 48 degrees with a wind chill of 32. And it was great for shop sales because we sold a lot of sweatshirts and fleece overcoats and long sleeve shirts and things like that. But boy, it was miserable for the players. I mean, you could see them out there, wrapped up in blankets and just trying to play as quickly as possible to get off the course. So from an owner-operator perspective, it's been a tough year.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Everything's pretty much been inside. Yeah, it's been tough so far. We had rainy weather. Those that are out there playing golf are pretty much troopers. We had a couple of really nice days. Looks like this next week's going to get a little bit nicer, which will be good. Brent, you got some rain going on. We're heading towards wintertime there, right?
Yeah, it's certainly getting colder. It's a little bit overcast and drizzly today, so it's not real nice. So looking at probably 20 degrees Celsius, which again is not cold like by your standards, but certainly colder for here. But we spoke about a couple of weeks ago with the change for you guys over there, trying to get players to the club, and the club's starting to bring in some of those different types of activities to still get people to the club, even if they can't get on the golf course. Maybe some 4 or 5 hole type events, or just some stuff to get them to the club, as opposed to getting out there and playing. Is that happening?
Yeah, we've had some social things. They had like a card night where they try to get people to come in and play card games, and thank goodness there's been some outings. Typically the outings here, Brent, they'll play in anything and have and that's helped, because we're certainly just not getting the traffic like we normally get. We're not getting the amount of rounds. People aren't bringing guests out. So consequently, they're not only not utilizing the golf course, but they're not utilizing carts. They're not utilizing the food and beverage service. So it's tough right now. It really is.
Yeah, it's got to be a challenge. I'm sure all the clubs have got KPIs set for the season, and if you get off to a slow start, it can be tough to catch that back as you go through. So hopefully it'll get a bit warmer for you soon, and you'll get a few more people coming out.
Hope so. I know it's up where Mike's at. It's even worse because a lot of people, like from our area, travel up there, and they're paying that kind of money to go to a real nice resort. But if they can't get out and play, it doesn't make their mood very cheery.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's about 47 degrees tonight. And going to be going down lower than that for sure, and raining. So off and on.
Sorry, Mike. It's got to be hard on staff too, because you're dealing with disappointed customers. You've got people coming out to play, and they're paying to play, and the course possibly isn't up to the standard that it normally is. And I'm sure it's hard for the pro shop staff as well.
Yeah, all day rain isn't fun, and we'll be getting it going though. It'll get better here soon. I know that. Okay, so tonight, Frank, I think you wanted to talk about what happened in the Preakness, and you did good on that one, right?
Yeah, I did. I think if I'll accept any percentages of winnings that any of our audience had if they decided to play my picks, which was War Will finished first, and if I talked a little bit about my long shot, which was Owendale, and Owendale finished third. So if you had them in one of the combos, like the trifecta or a trifecta box, you did pretty well for yourself. Even if you played them straight across the board, you picked up some good money, because War Will went off at 6-1, and Owendale went off at 7-1. And the horse that finished second, Everfast, was at 29-1. So it was a pretty good trifecta payoff for that.
Did good, Frank. I'm impressed, man. That's awesome. Very cool.
A horse racing expert. He's supposed to be a golf pro and a sporting card expert. None of this horse racing stuff.
We might have to have him in on every horse race, just talking about stuff, just to give you guys some fun facts. Very, very cool. Oh, goodness.
Speaking of rain, guys, can you hear that on my roof at the moment?
You're getting hammered by rain?
You're getting hammered.
Yeah, we're getting a bit of a storm coming through now, so hopefully it's not too loud on the audio.
Looks like we're having a problem on Facebook. Everybody trying to tune in on Facebook, I'm so sorry, you guys. We will put up a recording of this later. Looks like the stream is not going through for some reason. I have no idea, but I'll put up the recording later. That brings us to another thing. Tonight we're going to be giving away, any of you guys watch this, doesn't matter if it's live or on replay, on Periscope, YouTube, and on
Facebook.
Facebook, for sure. We are going to be giving away. Frank, do you have it? I think I've got one. Here's one. We're going to give away
A rule book.
Yeah, a USGA rule book, Rules of Golf book, the big one, right? There's two of them.
Yep.
The big one.
Yep.
We're going to
There's
give away
a
one.
player's book and the bigger one.
And also a pair of Tifosi sunglasses, kind of like this, but you guys can pick whatever frame you want. And you just have to pick the Enliven, which is the golf-specific sunglasses that you guys see us wearing, which is pretty neat. And the lens is awesome for reading greens. I've had it on. It's really, really cool. So you guys can win that. One person's going to win that prize pack from Team MFG. And the way that you win it, and you want to enter our contest when you're watching this on the replay or live, is to type in the words Tifosi, Tifosi, and that will enter you into our contest. What do you think about that, guys?
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. So type
One
in
of the benefits
Tifosi.
of tuning into this show.
Absolutely. So anybody that watches this and you guys want to have a chance to win, type in the word Tifosi, Tifosi, and that will get you to enter into our contest. And I'll mention it later too in this. So, Brent, you want to talk about the Gerald Lyles Foundation? Pretty cool.
Yeah, so obviously we lost Jared last year, and that was a bit of a shock. He was obviously a very good golfer and a very nice guy. I had the pleasure of working with Jared when he was doing our bridging program. He was transitioning over from touring professional to become a vocational PGA professional in Australia, and so he could do some coaching and do a bit of stuff that way. And he was in our bridging program when the cancer came back, unfortunately. And I spoke to him just before he got really sick, and he was doing okay, and he was doing a bit of work, and then it came back even harder again. So unfortunately we lost him, which was not a nice thing. But if you go onto the Australian PGA website, which is pga.org.au, on the homepage there, in August this year, we are hoping to raise some cash for Jared's charity. And there's some information on there with the hashtag Doing It for Jared. So at your club, you can organise a day and get all the Luke the Duck stuff and get all that stuff organised and get some yellow going and organise a golf day Doing It for Jared. So there's some information on the PGA website and also on the challenge.org.au website as well. So it should be hopefully some good days coming up in Australia for that.
Is that the right one? PGA.org.au? Is that right?
Yep, that's the Australian site, and you'll find it on the homepage. There's a bit of information, and then challenge.org.au is the cancer charity in Australia that does some good work for cancer in Australia. And there's a page there about Jared's day. So Doing It for Jared is the hashtag. So you'll see that floating around on social media. But it's certainly worth getting your club involved if you can.
Absolutely. Really, really good stuff. That's awesome.
He touched a heap of guys in his short life and his career, and there was some pretty well-known players had on Luke the Duck, and even guys like Tiger who don't traditionally do that kind of thing had Luke the Duck on their bag and stuff after he passed away. So he obviously was a well-liked person, and was certainly high profile when it came to raising cash for charity in Australia.
Yes. Very, very cool. Good stuff. Good stuff. We want to talk about social media a little bit too tonight, right, guys? And where you can find us. Once again, we're live on the live stream on Facebook and Periscope and YouTube. Do we have anybody on Periscope tonight, Brent? Do you see anybody there?
Yeah, we've got 4 in there at the moment. We had half a dozen or so before, so there's a few floating around there. So feel free to type your comments in there, everybody. And I've seen a couple of familiar faces, so we're getting some people coming back, which is a good thing.
That's
so
awesome.
we're obviously doing something right, which is good. They're coming back for more. So it has to be because Helman's not here. I think they're all coming back.
I think you're right.
I think they've signed in. They've seen the 3 real stars of this show on. Helman's not here, so they've they've all stuck around, so it's awesome.
Could be. You know,
Hey, Brent, at least the three best looking guys are
Oh,
here.
without question, that's just the truth. Helmet just drags it down to his level all the time. So
you guys are
it's a much better show now that he's not here. I'm going to give it to him. I'm sure you guys gave it to me when I wasn't here, so I'm getting my own back.
We didn't do too bad, though.
No. We eased off on you, Brent.
I've heard the recording. I know what went on. So I'm squaring up. It serves him right for going and doing a barbecue as opposed to coming and talking to us. He should have his priorities right.
Hey, it's holiday, you know?
Yeah, nah. Not good enough. I'm sorry to say, this not good enough.
Not good enough. Yeah, I agree with you, Brent. That wasn't. We shouldn't have got ditched for food.
No.
Oh, you guys are funny. Yeah, so if you guys aren't in, we're running a contest tonight to win a USGA Rules of Golf rulebook, the big one here, like this. It's pretty cool. And also a pair of Tifosi sunglasses. If you type in the words in the comments, if you're watching it live or on recording, and we share this all over the place, on recording the word Tifosi, Tifosi, and that will enter you in the contest. And before next week's stream, which is on Memorial Day weekend, I believe, right, Frank? Memorial Day weekend
correct.
Already.
Yeah.
We'll be letting you know who won. So type in the word Tifosi. You know, we have a new shop inside the website, MikeFagoff.com, right, Frank? It's
yes.
MFG Shop. So I think maybe should we try and see if I can get up and show everybody this? Let's see if I can get it on there.
Why don't you show the audience?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's all logoed merchandise. And Brent, I'm going to show you this. This is pretty neat. Let me get this thing up and going here. If you guys have not seen the website, we have like over 160 articles and videos on the website for you guys to take a look at, and we're adding stuff all the time to it. So this is all dedicated to our students. We love you guys, and thank you guys for coming to us for golf lessons and reaching out to us online and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. So it's, let's see, it's MikeFagoff.com/shop, and if you go there, let's see if I can get this up on the screen. Do this like this. All right. There we go. I'm going to see if we can blow this up. Can we see it now?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Pretty cool. So you can get just about everything here. There's 1,000 items on here, all with the MFG logo, different colors and different stuff. So we wanted to do that for you guys. So check it out, MFG Shop. All available on the website. You guys can see all the logos and all that stuff whenever you can. And that's it. We just wanted to show it to you. What's going on the PGA Tour next weekend? That's what I want to look at. PGA Tour next week. Boy, it's a big trophy that Mr. kept.
The Wanamaker Cup?
It's so cool.
That is.
Yes, the Wanamaker Cup is awesome. I love it.
Massive. Just quickly back on the PGA while you're pulling up the schedule, Mike. I was cheering for Mr. Varner, Charles Varner. He's an Australian PGA champion. He had a win down here a couple of years ago in the Aussie PGA. So it was good to see someone like him, a bit of a journeyman out there doing well. So I was certainly cheering for him. He struggled on the last day, but it's good to see him playing in those big events and doing well.
Yes. Very cool.
Great character as well. So it was awesome with all the guys down here. We have all the kids go around in that tournament, and he was great with the kids. And he's So it was good to see him play in those big events and do well.
Next week is Colonial.
Okay.
Does anybody want to make some picks for Colonial?
I'll just pick the favorite like Helman does.
You want to pick the favorite? Last year's winner, Justin Rose.
Yeah, I'll just pick Justin Rose then because that's just how it should be done. You just take the easy pick.
Brooks Koepka, second place last year.
Oh, I'll take Brooks.
You gonna take Brooks again? Okay. Good.
Yeah, I'll take Brooks. Well, I didn't have him. Helman had him.
Helman's screwed now, so he can't come.
I had DJ.
Again, favourites. Come on. Pick an outsider. Give the guys some value. Give the guys some decent odds.
Let's see the full leaderboard here.
Yeah, let's see the full. Let's see who's playing.
You want to see who's playing?
Instead of taking the chalk here, let's like Brent says, let's get somebody with some value.
Oh my
goodness.
Get
some return on your investment.
Okay, so we've got let's see here. The Charles Schwab Challenge at Colonial. And
the worst jacket in golf.
It's a tough jacket, isn't it?
Oh, you have to be a certain person to pull that off.
Yes, I do not have any fashion style, so I could not wear that at all. Not at all.
I assume that's the club blazer. Is that the club blazer, or is it just something they have for the tournament?
I don't know. Any of you guys watching this live, let us know if that is the blazer for the club or not. I don't have who is entered in it, but I can see who won last year. We got Justin Rose. John Rahm was right up there. Lou Oosthuizen, Ben Crane. Let's see. Ricky Fowler was tied 14th.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm sure these guys will be going to go play at the club.
It is a hard thing to pick a tournament. Who's going to come first in a tournament? It's just so many good players out there these days. It's a hard job.
Yeah, Spieth might be a good pick there. It's in Fort Worth, Texas. That's his home state. So, and he's starting to play better. So he could be a good choice. He could bring some value.
He could. Absolutely. That could be a good choice, too. So we want to know who you guys think will win next week.
I heard a bit of chatter about Spieth being over and done with, and he came out and played quite well this week.
I saw that. Yes.
He did very well. Started to putt good.
Yes, he was rolling his onion very well. That was good. That was really
Can't write
good.
champions off. They've always got a chance, haven't they, those kind of guys?
Yes. Well, we're coming down to the end here in the next week or two. Well, at least for conference play in high school, right, Frank, here in Michigan. So we've got, regionals coming up next week pretty much everywhere. And then you got state championship starting the first week of June. How are the guys playing down there?
One of my players is playing really good. Justin McCowan from Sterling Heights Stevenson is stroke average for, obviously they play their league matches 9 holes, and he's been averaging 38.9. He's put up a couple 34s. He can play. I mean, he's made states 2 out of the last 3 years, and this is his senior year. And I'm looking for him to if they don't get in as a team, him getting in definitely as an individual. So I'm rooting for him right now.
Yeah, there's no doubt with the weather going on here. Having a stroke average of under 40 is playing really well. And a lot of the kids are playing really hard up here. And, I'm looking forward to regionals coming up here shortly. And hopefully we can send a bunch of teams to states. That'd be really good for everybody. The kids are working hard, I know that. Out practicing when it's 43 degrees and 40 degrees. And that's tough. And ball doesn't go anywhere, and it's wet and all that stuff. But you guys are working hard, and that's what matters, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Wanted to talk about tonight. Travel golf. And we are opening up a PGA Junior League at the first tee of Northern Michigan. And we used to have a travel league, and now it's turned into PGA Junior League, going around a bunch of different courses in our area. I'm really, really excited about it, and we've got a bunch of kids signed up. Frank, do they run any of that stuff in your area with PGA Junior League?
Right now, no, there's nobody in our area that's doing it. Now, there are people in there are clubs and there are public golf courses in the metropolitan Detroit area that are doing that, but in our area here up in St. Clair County, no one's doing it. But to me, it's a great idea. It's a great idea for you're able to get children of varying, let's say, degrees of play together, learning how to work as a team, encouraging each other. They're getting opportunities to see other golf courses in the area. So I think it's a great way to promote golf and to try to grow the game.
Yeah, it's really, really good. And for all you kids out there and parents of kids that are watching this, May 31st is the deadline to sign up for PGA Junior League with the first tee of Michigan.org. So check that out. Brent, we haven't talked about it much. It is a really cool initiative run by the PGA of America across the country. And it's all affiliated there. You sign up through there, and then your local, whatever team that you affiliate with, and you get uniforms. And the uniforms all have numbers on the backs, and have the PGA Junior League logo on the front. And then on top of that, as you continue to play, you find out your best players, and you send them to regional events and statewide events, all with PGA Junior League. Really cool thing. And it's very, very exciting. I'm excited that we are going to be able to do it here in northern Michigan with our kids. It's going to be fun. The kids are excited about it, talking to them about how to play it and things like that. With the matches, you get, 3 9-hole matches or three 3-hole matches, excuse me, and you are trying to get what's a flag, and it's a point to every team that wins it, and either it's 2-on-2, and then one of the other players sits out and they help with their teammates, and then someone rotates out and goes and plays the next 3 holes, and so it's 3-on-3, and there's 6 people in a group, and 6 kids playing. It is just fun stuff, and really, really neat team event where kids help each other, and everybody gets to play, and everybody gets to contribute in some way to the team, and that's what it's all about. Really good.
Mike, why don't you talk a little bit too about drive, chip, and putt? Because I know you're very involved in that.
Yeah, drive, chip, and putt starts May. I think the end of May as well, 31st there, and that is when our drive, chip, and putt training camp starts at Boyne Mountain that I host every year, and it runs for 4 weeks. So we have 1 week is each discipline, and then a simulated competition for the kids, which is awesome. So they train with me for those 4 weeks, or 3 weeks, and then we do a competition at the end. And, I think that drive, chip, and putt has done so much, especially for our kids in our area, to get them involved and introduced to the game of golf. And it's been a lot of fun watching it on TV, getting excited, especially having Josh Lavely from up here and PJ Maybang from up here, really getting them going. And they're like, wow, this is a really cool sport. We want to play. And it's neat. And we're also hosting on June 24th the local qualifier for our area here in northern Michigan at Boyne Mountain this year for drive, chip, and putt. And that's the start of it, and then you head downstate. So, yeah, it's one of my favorite days of the year is that local qualifier day, to watch how excited the kids are to be there playing. And, I'll talk all about it. It's pretty neat, Frank. Just being there.
Oh, I bet it is.
It is.
Just getting kids involved with golf is such a rewarding thing as a coach, and I think it's awesome. We just go back to that team thing you were talking about. We spoke about that a couple of weeks ago about how do we bring that team environment into golf, and that sounds like that event is a great way to doing that. As we discussed before, the golf can be a bit of a selfish sport sometimes. You're out there by yourself, and it can get pretty lonely out there by yourself. So that team environment is obviously good for the kids, and it sounds like a heap of fun, which is great, awesome.
Yeah, I'm so excited. We started to move our league that we had going with the kids through the first tee of Northern Michigan towards formats like that to get the kids introduced to it, get them used to playing like that, and they absolutely loved it. And it's going to be fun this year. They're all excited about getting uniforms, and I want this color and that number and all this stuff. And, that's what it's all about,
Awesome.
Yeah. And
really
PGA
cool.
is awesome for being able to put that together for us to be able to get more kids involved. And then, of course, with drive, chip, and putt and training camp, and, it's pretty neat having parents from all over the state calling me and asking me about the training camp and stuff and what's involved in it and that, because they've never heard of that. And, just training kids in those disciplines with drive, chipping, and putting, and getting them better and getting them ready for our competition and teaching them how to get ready to play. And pretty neat. It's cool.
Awesome. Sounds really cool.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Good stuff.
I'm excited about it. I'll even have TrackMan out there.
Yeah, look out.
Getting ready. Oh, yeah. I'll have TrackMan out there for driver. See how far you can hit it.
Oh, I'm sure they would love that. How into that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Good stuff.
It's really good. Well, I think that's about it. Do we have anything else to share this evening, gentlemen?
I don't think so.
No?
Pretty good. I think we've covered most things I was going to cover on there. So thanks for a good show, gentlemen.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys for watching Golf's most interactive online show. And we will catch you, next Sunday night? Memorial Day weekend. Already.
Yes.
The start of summer. I hope. Guys, have a great night.
Speak soon, guys.
See ya.
See ya.